Well, what's up everybody, Big D here. It's time to review The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. I saw it in IMAX. Real quick, my thoughts on IMAX, just before I get into the full-on review. There are no spoilers in here, by the way. I'm not going to spoil nothing for you guys. So don't worry. No spoilers. But overall, IMAX, yeah, it was pretty cool in IMAX. Nothing really huge, nothing really big, nothing... There was one scene where an arrow flies by and it literally caught me by surprise. But other than that, if you want to see it in IMAX because it's the last film, go ahead. But is it really necessary to see it in IMAX? No, it's not. It wouldn't really. I guess it didn't do nothing big for me. But I did see the Star Wars trailer in IMAX though in the beginning, so just saying, it looked beautiful. Overall, we're here for The Hobbit. And what did I think about the movie, the final chapter of the Middle-earth saga, or the Hobbit saga, whatever you know? So I'll start off with my cons first. What I thought about this movie and go in thought. So, first off, for this movie, the action is huge. Huge scale, it's long, but overall, the emotion in this movie, to me, there is emotional scenes, but it doesn't hit hard into the gut as you think it would, of some hinting of relationships or of betrayal, all that. The emotion didn't hit me as hard, and some was actually comical in a way. So it didn't take me in and didn't bring me in. And IMAX was full, baby. It was a full house, and it just didn't bring me in, man. Second half is slow. Now I'm not gonna tell you what happened in the second half, but you'll know it if you see it, where it's just slow, and you're like, you want the battle to start, but it just keeps on building and building and building, and it does pay off at the end, but it's still very slow where it drags on, and you're like, I hear people sign in the audience. I heard 3 or 4 or 5 people just like, like, come on, get the action started. This is the final movie. Let's do this, man. Now, also, this is the third movie, again, I say, but lack of customization of characters. Bilbo Baggins, Martin Freeman, man. The Hobbit series is based on Bilbo and Thorin Oakenshield. Those are the 2 main people in this whole saga. Now, overall, Bilbo Baggins isn't here a lot, but they show more Thorin than Bilbo. Bilbo's not the main center of this movie when you think about it, when you truly think about it. I would have liked to see a little bit more Bilbo, saw a little bit more of Orlando Bloom. Lee Pace was shown in here quite a lot. So was Bard, the Bowman, or shall I say, I'm not going to say because it would be spoiled. But, yeah, I wish we could have seen him a little bit more. So kind of lack of little characters, could have seen him a little bit more. Smaug, no, his name's actually pronounced Smaug. Of course, if you read the books or so, and it's not a big surprise, this is about the armies. But before, I wish Benedict Cumberbatch could have came out a little bit more. Just they could use Smaug a little bit, maybe just about 20-15 minutes at most. But instead of using him just for 10 minutes, kind of a bad mistake or big mistake. They should have used him a little bit more. So he's not in the movie for that long. If for Benedict Cumberbatch, he's not going to be in there for long. Lack of blood. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of decapitating. But there is a lack of blood splattering, and it doesn't show the sword going in, and it kind of ruins the moment, the emotion. It's just like, we're not in the 60s or 70s anymore. This is 2014. You go right at it, and, don't show the blood splattering at them, but show it the impale. Not that hard to do. Now, those are just the cons. Now the pros, man. First off, IMAX. It's okay in IMAX. It's nothing that will change the movie effect for you, but if you wanna, it's the last one, so go ahead and see it. The action in this movie is pretty cool. Now, is it amazing? Some parts are meh. Some parts are actually really cool. Of course, the camera is going fast, but yet you can actually still see the sword fighting and everything. And the choreography is just beautiful, man. The effects in this movie are fantastic. There's not one scene where I regret watching where I'm like, that effects were horrible. No, the effects are freaking awesome. They're really cool. The environment around that they're using. 95% of this movie is CGI. The rest is real. But overall, very, very, very great effects. The final fights. I'm not gonna say who it is, but the final fights will leave you breathless, and it will make you clap, and it's amazing. Even though Smaug didn't come out a lot, the way Smaug came out in the beginning was really cool, and it's a great opener, really great opener. The humor, there is some humor in this movie, and the humor fits in very well. It makes you laugh. It keeps the comedy side going. There's a bunch of WTF moments in this movie, though. I'm not gonna lie. There are some moments where you're like, "Is he really doing this? Is he riding a pig? Is he doing this?" You know, it's just a bunch of weird stuff like that. So it keeps you in the moment. I love the ending. I think it's a perfect way to end The Hobbit. I don't think we need to see Middle Earth no more. I want to go back to it, but I think we need a break, maybe a 10-year break at most, and then come back to it. But I think Peter Jackson did his time very well. I think I love the directing. I love the effects, the acting between the characters, man. Thorn and Oakenshield, just very great acting. And overall, the music in this movie just brings you in, even immerses yourself even more. So overall, The Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies, I'm going to give it a rating of a solid B, which is an 8.60 out of a 10. Secondarily, an 8.00, 8 points out of a 10. So overall, it's not a great movie. For me, it was a little bit disappointing for the lack of action. I think Gandalf's story was really great in there. We saw Sauron, I'm sorry, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in a long time, but you know, there was hinting of Lord of the Rings, name Aragorn, all that of hints-wise of name drops. And I think I saw Bryan Cranston cameo. I'm not lying, I think I saw Bryan Cranston maybe a cameo. I think that was him. But overall, very, very, very good movie. Is it worth buying on Blu-ray? Not for me. I'll buy the trilogy pack. I don't own any of the other Hobbits. I'll wait for the whole pack to come out and then buy it. But overall, it's a good movie, and it's worth watching. It's the final one. Go check it out. Bring your family. It's definitely a popcorn flick, but there are some slow moments. But overall, the action and the effects and the acting shall keep you up to date. Thank you so much for watching this review. Next one I should be watching, or movie, should be Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. Thanks again for checking me out. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Are you going to be watching The Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies this week? Or are you going to skip out on it? Tell me if you've seen it. What did you think? If you're going to spoil, make sure you use the spoiler tag down below. See y'all soon. Spock be with you always.